Hello, Tariq, am I audible? Tariq
Yes,
Aditya.
you are audible. Yes, you are. Audible as well. So,
Okay, okay. So we are starting. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to meeting number 149 of Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. And I am the impromptu subject at arms today. And let me start with the mission of Toastmasters. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience where members are empowered to develop self-confidence, develop their communication skills and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So I will just lay some guidelines for the smooth functioning of the meeting. Like for the Zoom users, please prefix your names against your roles or also with the speakers, as well as during the meeting, please keep your phone on silent mode. And if there is any technical glitch, you can directly connect with me. And if you want to give a high five or a thumbs up, you can use the emoticons on the Zoom. And in the physical meeting, they can do it offline anyways. So let's start, and let me welcome the presiding officer and the president of the club for today's meeting, that is myself. So yeah, uh, I am Prashant and I will be the presiding officer also for today's meeting. So let me start with a short story. So once a 24-year-old boy was traveling in a train with his father, and he was just looking out of the window of a moving train, and he just said, "Let's see, Dad, the trees are going behind us." So his dad just smiled, and but the people sitting around, they were looking at that childish behavior of that 24-year-old boy with some pity. So then after some time, again the boy said, "Dad, see, the clouds are also moving with us, along with us." So again, dad smiled, but now the people sitting around, they could not control themselves, and they told to his dad that, okay, why don't you take him to a good doctor? So dad, then what he replies is, I have already done it, and we both are coming back from a hospital already. And this child was blind from his birth, and he has just got his eyes today. So by hearing this, like everyone fell silent. And the moral of this, we can say that you should not judge anyone unless you know what they are going through, or unless uh, you know and fully understand what they are. So similarly in Toastmasters also, nobody will judge you, and you can. It's a self-paced a learning platform, so you can learn at your own pace in a positive environment. So with this, let's start with the meeting. And first, I would like to invite our guest Sarvesh and ask him to come up on the stage and introduce himself, and also let us know how did you come to know about Toastmasters.
okay, I will hold it. Hi everyone, I am Sarvesh. So this is my second session as a guest here. So actually, I'm also joining from May. Now we lost the voice.
Hello, Tariq, can you hear us again? Sorry, we were disconnected temporarily.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Okay. So now coming to the Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting. To introduce him, he is a computer engineer by profession, and his aim is to gain more confidence and overcome his fear of public speaking. And the theme he has selected today will like take us to the nostalgic lanes of memory. And please welcome Toastmaster Saiprasad with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see so many people here. How many guests? We have Sarvesh and Yugmala. Okay, okay. So welcome, Toastmaster Yugmala, to your first session with us. So I will start now. The topic for today that I chose, it resonates very closely with all of us. And the topic is a mosaic of memories celebrating our native narratives. So, to quote the African American author, poet, and civil rights activist Maya Angelou, the ache for home lives in all of us, the safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned. Good morning, esteemed guests and fellow Toastmasters. As we gather here in the vibrant heart of Mumbai, each of us carries with us a unique tapestry woven from the threads of various parts of our incredible country. Though we now call Mumbai our home, the roots of our identity stretch far and wide across the map of India. Each of us with a story that is rooted somewhere else in the rich soils of our ancestral lands. So today, we turn the spotlight on these places. Whether it was us, our parents, or our grandparents who embarked on this journey to this bustling metropolis, the essence of our native places continues to pulse through our veins. With summer upon us, many of us are preparing to revisit these cherished landscapes and to reconnect with the soil that once held our ancestors' footsteps. So today's theme, Mosaic of Memories, invites us to delve into the nostalgia of our homelands. It is a celebration of the places that hold a piece of our past, the landscape that shapes our dreams, and the stories that forge our identities. Let us embark on a journey through time and space, exploring the traditions, the stories, and the profound connections that link us to our native places. And let us share the richness of our diverse heritages with our fellow Toastmasters and uncover how they shape the people that we are today, all wrapped in the sweet nostalgia of memory. On that note, let me share a few tidbits about my native place. So my grandfather emigrated to Mumbai in the 50s from a small village in the Sinnar Taluka in Nashik district of Maharashtra. My village has a population of around 2,000 people, and most of them are engaged in farming. Onions, tomatoes, and grapes are some of the crops that are grown there. However, this was not always the case, and the village, being located slightly uphill from the Godavari River, experienced frequent droughts until a few decades ago. This problem now has almost been solved with the help of lift irrigation and building large ponds for rainwater harvesting during the monsoon. There is also a small primary school which is located very cliche on a hilltop, and all the school children are walking to that school uphill every morning. And I'm guessing that they probably skip their PT periods after that exercise. And besides that, there are many small and big temples in the village which are used for worship and for community events. In the evening, it is a common place where the village elders hang out and chat about their day-to-day while playing a few rounds of cards. There is also a huge fair during Navratri, which is attended by many thousands of people from the village and in other nearby villages. It is quite an event with lots of food and activities happening. Whenever I visit there, I stay with my cousins, and one day I hope to have a small house uh, over on one of the hillocks overlooking the village from where I can see the sunrise and the sunset. And 5G would be nice too. I would now like to invite uh, some of our Toastmasters and guests to share their experiences and about their native places, introduce themselves, and yeah, just walk us through what it means, what your native place means to you. Uh, Toastmaster Prashant, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sai. So just to give you a background, like I'm basically from Gujarat, from a town called Mohua in Bhavnagar district. So it's a coastal town, and the temperature there is quite similar to Mumbai, maybe slightly hotter. And like I complete till my 10th standard, I was in my native place. And then for 11th and 12th, I migrated to a city, Baroda. And then for my engineering, I completed from Mumbai, KJ Somaya College. So still like whenever I go for a holiday in my native place, I have this doubt that have I done the right thing to migrate to Mumbai, or like I was good here itself, like handling my family business and my old friends, everyone is there. So there is a very good web series in Hotstar called Ghar Vapsi. So if I see that like that, I can visualize that the hero in that web series is actually me. Like he is always confused between these two things, like whether to go to my hometown or to work for a corporate and live this city life. But yeah, overall had a very good time till my 10th in Moa. So as it was a coastal town, so we very frequently visited our beaches and played cricket and football, volleyball there. And being a small town, like everyone knows each other. So it's not like, so if there were some instances where I had an accident and I fell down from my scooter somewhere in my town. And I was thinking that, okay, maybe I'll hide it from my father and others to save myself from a scolding. But till the time I reached home, they were already aware that I had an accident on this road and at this time, because as everyone know each other, they will already call my father up and they already inform that your son has fell down at this place. So living in such a town, sometimes it feels good in Mumbai that okay, no one knows us, so no one is bothered, so we can do whatever we want. So yes, there are, I mean, good and bad both points. And whenever we go for a stay there for 2 to 3 days, we again feel like not coming back and just continuing to stay there only. So this has been my experience.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. That was very enlightening. As Toastmaster Prashant said, that when we live in cities, we form communities. Human beings always form communities with the people around them. But in cities, sometimes it happens that we don't know who lives in front of us, and people are moving out and moving in so quickly that things change, and we find it very hard to keep a track of this. And that also amidst our professional lives, it happens quite, I think it's quite natural that this happens. And when we go to villages where the life is much slower and people have known each other for decades, that dynamic changes a little bit. And suddenly there is a greater sense of responsibility towards the community as well. And I like that, but I also like my freedom that I have in the city. So just like you, I am also confused about this. So I try to make up for this, during my visit to the villages. I would now like to invite someone else to talk on this topic. Mitesh, Toastmaster Mitesh, thank you.
So although I've been born and brought up in Mumbai, but I've visited my maternal side of native place many a times, along with my relatives. I mean, my mother's side of native place is Navsari, Gujarat. And during this summer vacations in my school time, I visited there to obviously collect the mangoes. We had our own farmland. So we used to visit there and every May, in the month of May, and collecting mangoes. So I believe definitely, as Toastmaster Sai and Toastmaster Prashant explained, that how the village lifestyle is so slow and calm. Even I can feel that, the kind of greenery, the kind of without noise pollution, and with a very calm and slow lifestyle. You love how the people are connected there compared to here. So obviously, I loved whenever I visited, and I always had a great experience. Exploring the farmlands and plucking the mangoes and collecting it, and how you understand how the farmers work there, and understand the working culture of in the village comparing to cities. So it's very different. So it was a great experience overall.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh, for sharing your experiences with us. Yeah, we will now commence with today's activities. First, we have the prepared speeches, where Toastmaster Tushar will be giving his icebreaker speech today. And this will be followed by the table topic round, where everyone gets a randomly assigned topic and has to speak on it for 2 minutes. And then this will be followed by a general evaluation round. So for a successful meeting, and to help the evaluators, we have a tag team, which stands for the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. I would now like to call Toastmaster Mitesh again, who is our timer for today's meeting, to come forth and talk about the timing guidelines. Toastmaster Mitesh, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. For your information, I'm the grammarian for today's meeting. Okay, so as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any not so correct usage of English language, as well as example of good usage. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is nostalgic, which means a feeling a mix of happy and sad emotions when you remember the good times of your past. The example for using this word is looking at the old photographs of my childhood home makes me nostalgic. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. Whenever any speaker in the meeting uses the word in the right context, I would request the audience to show a silent thumbs up as a mark of appreciation. I will show my word of the day report and grammarian report when called upon by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Also, the word of the day is posted on the WhatsApp group, and I would request Toastmaster Prashant to post it on the Zoom chat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh. I would now like to call upon the timer for today's meeting, the actual timer, Toastmaster Ravi Raj. And I would also request you to share a little bit with us about your experience.
Okay. So thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My native place is Kolhapur, my father's side of native place. And when I used to go to Kolhapur when I was pretty small in my school days, often, and it was like every time it was summer vacation, and we used to spend time there in the summer vacation. And I felt that the life of Mumbai and life of Kolhapur is pretty different. In Mumbai, it is very hectic, and we have to work, and even if we want to go to Andheri or somewhere nearby, we have to take the local, and we have to spend that time and energy. And in Kolhapur, it is not like that. Even if you have a little scooter, you can roam the whole Kolhapur in just half an hour. So that was the thing that I liked about Kolhapur. And second thing is always the climate of our native place is very much cool and calm. And that is what I like about Kolhapur, the climate, the weather there, and time goes very slow because of all the rush is not there. Yeah. So I will continue with my timing guidelines. So as a timer, it is my role to listen to all the speakers and time them. And as we know that in Mumbai, time is an asset. Here, 7 to local means 7 to local. You have to catch that. And that's why time, you have to spend your time wisely. And for the speakers to know how much time it is spent, I have 3 timing cards, which I will show now. The green card represents the qualifying time, which means that you need to speak until the green card appears, otherwise you are disqualified. The yellow card represents the target time, and the red card represents the maximum time allotted to you. After the red card, you need to wrap up your speech in 30 seconds after you have shown the red card, otherwise you will be disqualified. Now I will give the timing guidelines for the icebreaker speech first, then I will give the for prepared speeches and then for table topic speeches. For icebreaker speech, the speech is from 4 to 6 minutes. After 4 minutes, I will show the green card. After 5 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And after 6 minutes, I will show the red card. For icebreaker speech, there is 30-second grace period before and after the speech. That is, if you qualify, you can qualify from 3 minute 30 second to 6 minute 30 second. After that, you are disqualified. Okay, so that is your safe zone. If you have played PUBG in your life, then we know that there is a blue zone and there is a safe zone. So you have to remain in that safe zone. Okay. For prepared speeches also, the timing guidelines are from 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minutes, I'll show the green card. 6 minutes, I'll show the yellow card. And 7 minutes, I'll show the red card. And table topic, the timing guidelines for table topic speeches I will give during the table topic section. And I will show my report after the general evaluators calls me at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj, for that detailed explanation. I would now like to invite Toastmaster Aditya, who is our R counter for today. And I would also request you to share some information and some memories of you and your native place.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saiprasad. And hi, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and our dear guests. So to talk about my memory from my native place, just to give a background, I am more close to my maternal side of family. And perhaps I was brought up there until I went to playgroup. My maternal native place is in the village of Kedwa, which is just 2 hours away from my place, that is Virar. Fond memories would be during childhood when I used to spend my days with my grandfather. My grandfather was a farmer, and my grandmother and my mother both were teachers. Both of them used to go to school in the morning, and until afternoon when my mom came back, I used to be with my grandfather, waking up in the morning, going with him to the farms, coming back, having some banter, and all of this kind of gives me the nostalgic feel right now. But if there's one word or there's something I actually heard on a podcast someday, which I would like to use and define the native places, that a place feels like meditation. Just feels so calm and at peace when you go there. The whole place surrounded by trees, silence all around, not like the hustling, bustling Mumbai. So it's just an amazing experience. I still find it difficult right now due to work and studies, but I do try to go some or the other time, once a month or so. Yeah. So moving forward with the R counter guidelines, my role as an R counter is to record unnecessary sounds used by the speakers and the role bearers. They include 4 types of crutch sounds. First is the crutch sounds are filler words such as but, like, so, okay. Filler phrases such as you know, and so, etc. And extremely long pauses. So basically, crutch words and filler sounds obstruct the smooth flow of the speech and also can be annoying to the listeners at the same time, decreasing the value of the speech. Therefore, the R counter, that is me, I will note these words and phrases in order to help you all become aware of them and minimize these words as in when you give your next speech. And I will also present my report upon when called by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sai.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. As Toastmaster Aditya said, it gave me the impression that we associate a sense of peace and coziness with our native places, a place where we can just relax and forget everything. And yeah, so moving forward, I would now like to move on to the prepared speeches section. I would now like to call upon our evaluator, Toastmaster Prashant, to elaborate the objectives of the prepared speeches.
Thank you, Sai. So my speaker, Toastmaster Tushar, will be attempting his icebreaker speech L1P1 today. And the purpose of the speech is to introduce himself to the club and be familiar with the prepared speeches. And timer, please note the timings for icebreaker speech will be 4 to 6 minutes. Best of luck to Tushar, and over to you, Sai.
So today is very special because Toastmaster Tushar will be giving his L1P1, the icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Tushar, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Sai. Okay, so am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So good morning to all the Toastmasters present here, guests, and all the Toastmasters present online. So finally, I'm an official Toastmaster, and today is my first speech as a Toastmaster, that is icebreaker speech, where I would be sharing few anecdotes and walk you through different stages of my life. So let me start by introducing myself. So myself, Tushar Sonar. I am born and brought up in Mumbai, Mumbai city, which is called City of Dreams, also called as Maya Nagari. So I'm a rest Mumbaiker. Now talking about my family, so we were a family of 4. So I'm an elder son to my parents, and I have a younger brother who is 5 years younger than me. Both of my parents were working. They were working in Mumbai city. My father was a government servant. My mother was a school teacher. So today I have a family of 3. So I'm living with my wife and an 8-year-old son. My wife too is a working professional. Now cycling back to the schooling. So I started my schooling at Cosmos High School, Borivali. Interestingly, my mother was also a teacher at the same school, but I was never her student, though she is my teacher for the rest of my life. So during the school days, I was good in studies, so I was among the intelligent students that motivated me to work hard, study hard, which eventually helped me to become a topper during a SSC exams for our batch. Though I was not pleased with my percentage, was expecting more. Apart from academics or studies, I, like many of you all, I'm a sports lover, especially cricket. So I used to play a lot of cricket, watch cricket, and my role model is Sachin Tendulkar, who is also known as a god of cricket. And even today, I play a lot of cricket during weekends with my childhood friends, my school friends, and even society friends. And I even participated in many cricket tournaments. Now, coming to the career, so I was always been inspired to become a computer engineer by one of my school computer teacher, because I have that zeal of learning new technologies, tools, and I was quick in learning those. So much thankful to him. And obviously much thankful to my parents as well, who supported me to take this decision. Finally, I decided to pursue a computer engineering degree at St. Francis Institute of Technology, which is also in Borivali. So most of my life or academic life was spent in Borivali. So now coming to the eventually after graduation, I started working at tech startups, learning new technologies. And while working, I pursued my master's, that is MS from BITS Pilani. So I have been into this IT industry from last 15 years. So right now I'm working at Tech Mahindra as a project lead. So after settling in career for a few years, I started to thinking that I have done enough of hard work and to get myself a professional degree, live in or work in this elite and progressive industry like IT industry. Now it's time to relax and live some luxurious life, spend time with friends, families, having fun, visiting places. So next came the biggest moment of my life, the day when I was married and my happiness knew no bounds and I began completely new journey of my life. And during this journey, my second biggest moment came when I was blessed with my son and my life was filled with joy, emotions, happiness. So those were the vivacious moments of my life and I started feeling nostalgic. So coming back to my personal traits, yeah. So I'm a kind of a shy and an introverted person. So I prefer petite talks and I I have fear of stage, speaking in public, speaking in front of everyone. So my goal behind, even though I'm an introverted person, I have a lot of like a lot of ideas in my mind, and my intention or goal behind joining the Toastmaster is to help myself bring out those ideas from my mind and present them in front of everyone. So I'm here to discover myself as a leader, and I hope I will be successful in that. So back then when I was in school, I used to participate in many elocution competitions, delivering speeches in front of many students, teachers, and fortunately I used to be among top 3 winners list as well. But I used to ignore the public speaking and shy away from speaking in front of everyone. So I'm here to help myself to remove that fear. So that's all about myself. So thanks to all here. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar, for that wonderful introduction. Just like you, we are all here to learn. And what Toastmasters does is it gives us a place to experiment and to fail safely. Like failure is expensive. In real life, out there, we fail in corporate, we get kicked out of the company. But over here, failure is rewarded with constructive feedback. And that is the essence of Toastmasters. And that is why I really love this community that we have here. I would now like to, so we are finished with our prepared speeches for today. I would now like to invite someone from the online audience to come and talk about their native place, the cultures and traditions associated with their hometown. Toastmaster Yugmala Tariq.
I can, but I've been born and brought up in Mumbai, so everybody knows about Mumbai. So nothing much to add there.
Okay, okay. All right. Then we can start the table topic section for today. Table topics, they allow us to improvise and be spontaneous. So many conversations in our life are not prepared for beforehand. And sometimes it creates a little bit of anxiety to go into unknown conversations. And table topics will help with that. And it also helps us to be prepared and deliver information in a very succinct manner. I would now like to, I would like to encourage you to join into this session and I would introduce the table topic master for today. It's Toastmaster Prashant. Toastmaster Prashant, our multiple hat wearer. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sai. So starting with the table topic section. So we heard a fantastic speech from Tushar today, but in real life, you will not always get an opportunity to give a prepared speech. And imagine a moment where you are with your boss in your meeting and he suddenly asks you to give an opinion on something. Or maybe you are at a friend's farewell or a marriage party and someone asks you to come up on stage and say a few words. So how will you feel at that time? Very uncomfortable, right? So the ability to speak clearly and confidently without preparation is a very vital skill, and it improves with practice. So in this Toastmasters table topic section, we give you a chance to practice your impromptu speaking so that you become more and more confident in real life impromptu situations. So before we begin, I would now like to invite Toastmaster Raviraj to give us the timing guidelines for table topics.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. The timing guidelines for table topic speeches is I'll show the green card after the end of 1 minute. Okay, so you need to come here and speak for at least 1 minute to get qualified. Then after the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card, and after the end of 2 minutes, I will show the red card. In table topic speeches, 30-second grace period is only on the higher side of the time. That is, you need to speak for minimum of 1 minute till the maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay. Thank you. Over to you, table topic master, Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you, Raviraj, for the guidelines. And now I would like to invite someone who would like to volunteer. Anyone from online? Yeah, Aditya. Aditya has raised his hand. So, yeah, Toastmaster Aditya, festivals you enjoyed as a child in your hometown. Festivals you enjoyed as a child in your hometown, Toastmaster Aditya.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for that topic. So, festivals. I guess when you are actually spending time during festivals in your native place, every festival is amazing and you enjoy every festival. But what I fondly and distinctly remember is when I was a child celebrating Holi in my native place at Kerala. So it's a small setting of around 20 homes wherein I stay, wherein our house is. Being a child, I always remember. So we used to have a 2-3 day leave in school at least, or even if not, we used to take leave. Now it's not possible due to work, but I always, since there was a Holi, I always used to go to Kerala and enjoy my day there. So it started at the day, a prior day of Rang Panchami. So people from 3 villages actually come together at a crossroad and actually burn the Holika and did the Holika Dahan together. Post that, the next day, Ranga Panchami, whole village, all people from the 20 homes getting along together and actually celebrating Ranga Panchami using all pakka colors and everything. Not eco-friendly what it's done like today. And then in the evening, so before that, after Rang Panchami, actually, there is a beach nearby to our village, just 20 minutes walking. So we was all used to go there, just bath in the sea water, then come back, sleep in the afternoon, and in the evening, everyone used to contribute, and we used to have what we call a community gathering, and we used to cook batata vada or bhajia or maybe chicken at times and enjoy it together and end the day like that during Holi. Unfortunately, it's not happening these days due to everyone's work schedule, and even in the villages, people have gotten busy these days. So hoping to relive those days and relive that nostalgia sometime soon again. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya. So that reminds us of the holy days at our hometown where we used to play with crude oil. So that was really harmful to our face, hair. Like it took 2-3 days to get it removed completely from your hair. So good that now it is banned. And yeah. So now who would like to go next?
I can go next, Toastmaster.
Tariq?
Yep.
Tariq, yeah, okay. Yeah, Tariq. So Toastmaster Tariq, delicious home or local foods you loved as a child. Delicious home or local foods you loved as a child. Toastmaster Tariq.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are having a nice day. Delicious food. I would touch upon this topic in both the dimension, homemade food as well as the local street food, right? Being in Mumbai and being a Mumbaiker, everybody adores the street food of Mumbai. When you are living in suburbs, specifically when your local population mostly Gujarati, right? Then there is no dearth of food. Now, this particular topic is kind of a nostalgic to me because if you have been, I have been staying in Borivali, Kandivali area from past 40 years now, right? Born and brought up, everything there. One of the local food that I would probably suggest everybody to try is the Gatia jalebi. So being a Gujarati, every morning we get Gatia nearby Mahavir Nagar. There is a jalebi wala shop as well, so which is good. Being Jain and following Jain religion religiously, I also prefer Jain food. And nearby Kandivali station, you get Jain vada pav, Jain samosa, Jain kachori as well. So, which is kind of staple food for everybody and every Mumbaiker, not just living in suburbs. Apart from that, there is a Malai Gola near the Chandawakar Road. So I was the first customer of Puja Malai Gola when it started 25 years back, 95 or 96. I don't remember exactly the year. But then I was the first customer because it just opened the shop. The person was coming from Rajkot, Gujarat, and setting up his shop or stall, whatever you call it. But then that was my nostalgic memory that it grew so much that now every Malai Gola shop is now Puja Malai Gola in the suburbs, right? From Malad to Dangsar. So that is my memory. Thank you. That's my time.
Yeah, thank you, Tariq, for describing that in detail. Like that reminds us of like aloo puri, which we enjoyed in Surat, or like varieties like pork, or there is one interesting variety called tum tum, which is available only in Baroda. Like you will not hear of it anywhere else. So yeah, we all have enjoyed these foods. So now anyone from Sarvesh from offline? So your topic, Toastmaster, sorry, guest Sarvesh, your favorite hobbies or interests as a child. Your favorite hobbies or interests as a child. Guest Sarvesh.
So my favorite hobbies as a child was cycling. So it was first we used to play with the with all the friends in the society. We used to cycle a lot. It was a hobby which developed that time. And behind my society, there was a sort of a off-road farm type. So we used to cycle there, and we used to do different types of stunts on cycle. So it was a very nice hobby which cherished, and it brings nostalgic memories from my childhood. And this hobby developed into biking. So now I'm in biking as well. Once a month, I go on rides, and they are mostly unplanned rides. So I remember a story which we started to visit my friend's village in Khed. So we started in the morning. We reached his village, just enjoyed a swim in the nearby river, and we thought, let's go to Mahabaleshwar. Let's visit the Pratapgarh Fort. So we visited the Pratapgarh Fort. Then we went, coming back, we thought, let's visit Janjira Fort. We went to Janjira and then back to Mumbai again. So this is the hobby which relieves the stress of your daily work, the corporate you work. Yes. So the hobby is such that we bring relaxation in mind and makes you ready for the days to come again. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarvesh. So that reminds us of our old days in our native village. One good thing there was like that no one will ask you about a license. So even if we were 14, we were driving like scooters like Kinetic or TVS Scooty, and no one will ask you for a license there. So yeah. So who would like to go next? I think one or two more we can take.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, Yugmala. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Toastmaster Yugmala, share the memories of your school days, favorite teachers, classmates, or some memorable moments. Share memories of your school days, Toastmaster Yugmala.
Thank you for that very interesting topic. So just to give you a very brief background, I was born in Rajasthan, stayed there for a year, and moved to Ghaziabad in UP. Then after 2 years, we moved to Ludhiana in Punjab, spent around 3 to 4 years over there, moved to Gwalior in Madhya Pradesh, back to Ludhiana. Then I graduated from Chennai, did my master's from Nagpur, currently settled in Mumbai. So that was a very brief background. So just to give you a gist, I have been at a lot of places. I've spent my childhood days and school days in a lot of different schools. But the first thing when you ask this question and the first person that comes to my mind is my arts teacher, Mrs. Kalpana, one of the most genuine and the most sweetest person I have ever met. And the kind of input she used to derive out of all the students that she was handling was just incredible. Me being more interested in arts and crafts, definitely she was definitely bound to become one of my favorite teachers because, art and craft is something that I love. And making something new or innovative out of nothing, it used to give me a sense of fulfillment. So Mrs. Kalpana is someone that comes to my mind immediately when you talk about school teachers. But there's a lot of school memories that I have, given the brief background I gave you. I've spent a lot of time in different schools. So it's a nostalgic journey which gushes in when I'm talking about it. Maybe a topic for next time, but this is all for right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Yugmala, for taking us all down to that memory lane. We all had our favorite and not so favorite teachers. So maths teachers usually were like, I was not a favorite student of any maths teacher actually. So so we can invite Mitesh now. So Toastmaster Mitesh, who was your hero or role model as a child? Who was your hero or role model as a child? Toastmaster Mitesh.
Okay, so a role model as a child. Okay, it's a great topic. By the way, when I talk about my childhood, I have always been into that imaginary world. I've a lot of has into fantasy fiction. So, and I used to watch a lot of shows. I don't know if people know it or not, but Shaktiman, so Shararat and everything. So I have been very close to all this fantasy fiction. So my favorite hero, if I could say, is of course Shaktiman is one of my favorite heroes in childhood. I used to watch the show. There used to be an afternoon time, especially about all these shows. So there was Son Pari and then Shararat. And I used to always imagine that if I wish I also had that superpower and I could just fulfill all my desires. So Shaktiman is my favorite hero. Uh, if I talk about something about current as a role model, then I would say, well, I don't have currently as a role model anyone, but as a childhood, I was always fond of Shaktiman.
Yeah, Mitesh. So yes, like I have heard about Shaktiman, but like I was from an earlier generation of Superman and He-Man, but we always heard like children used to jump from balconies or their terraces and just hoping that Shaktiman will come to save them, and like so many of them have injured or died. Okay. Anyone else, or we can wrap up then? Sai, yeah, Sai, one last one. So yeah. So Toastmaster Sai, if you carry your childhood with you, you never become older. If you carry your childhood with you, you never become older. Toastmaster Sai.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. I really like that phrase, in that it shows how no matter how old we get, we can still keep that curiosity and that desire for exploration that was with us as a child. As we get older, we make choices in our lives that eventually narrow the number of possible paths that we can take in life. But that does not necessarily mean that we cannot do our exploration. And I think the phrase, uh, which is the topic of my speech, uh, captures that quite appropriately. And when we are children, exploration is something that we do quite naturally. It is often random, and there is no guiding principle. As we grow older, we have the ability to choose what we explore, and we can be more conscious about it. And I really like that idea of being able to explore with that degree of caution that comes with being an adult as well. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sai. So now we would mark an end to the table topic section. Now I would like to call upon our timer, Raviraj, to give us the timing report and let us know if there are any disqualifications.
If I can, just to add a, a couple of points to what Sai said about his
Yeah,
topic.
sure, Raviraj. Yes.
It was something I read on Twitter the other day. I think all of us will agree to this. As and when we are growing older, we feel that time is passing by fast. Days, months, years. So why is it happening? Didn't happen in childhood. In childhood, while studying, it used to be like, "Arey, why is the 1 hour not ending sooner?" So the very obvious reason that was mentioned was something that in childhood, each day, as I mentioned, was a new exploration. We had new things to try, and we were not aware of many things, and many things were new to us. So that exploration journey became kind of a guiding principle, and we didn't feel as bored as we do today. Even if we watch different TV shows every day, it still feels boring after a point. So that's what. And someone in the Twitter thread replied that if we consider 10%, 100% as a life, 100 years, at 10 years of age, life is only 10%. And we have a lot of experiences. But when we are actually around the age of 25, 30, the percentage of the lived life and the memories is much more. And the life becomes monotonous each day. We just go to office, we come back, sleep, and we just have the Saturday, Sunday. So maybe I'll just share that thread. It was really nice. Everyone should actually give a read.
True, to completely resonate with this, Aditya, like actually there was no time management at that time. Like the whole day was, I mean, kind of free for us, especially the vacation days, and so then each day seemed to be very long. Like each day was important, and like when we try to remember, it looks like it has just happened one day before. Like all our childhood memories, we can just remember at a drop of a hat. But other things, if you try to remember it, like we realize that nothing has happened in between, and we are here. That feeling I get many times. So yes, now I would like to invite Toastmaster Raviraj for timer report.
So till now, kudos to everyone. Everybody has qualified. And I will give the detailed timing report when general evaluator calls. Now I will give the timing guidelines of evaluation. Okay. For evaluation, the timing guidelines are from 2 to 3 minutes, right? Okay. So after 2 minutes, I will show the green card. Let me show it. Okay. After 2 minutes, I will show the green card. Then after 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. And after 3 minutes, I will show the red card. So for evaluation also, there is 30-second grace period before as well as after. That is, you can qualify from 1 minute 30 second to 3 minute 30 second for evaluation. Okay. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
I would now like to call upon Toastmaster Tariq to give us the general evaluation report for today. Toastmaster Tariq.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody is doing great and enjoyed the prepared speeches as well as the table topic for today. We'll start with the general evaluation, and for the benefit of guests and Toastmasters who are joining for the first time, I'll be playing the role of general evaluator. I conduct the evaluation portion of our meeting. I'll be calling on a team to assist me with giving feedback to our speakers, and I will evaluate the entire meeting as well as at the end. So we'll start with the first icebreaker speech that we had today. Help me welcome evaluator to evaluate the speech, which was the icebreaker speech. Can I call upon the evaluator for the speech on this podium? Toastmaster Prashant.
Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tariq. So my speaker, Tushar Sonar, was attempting his icebreaker speech. So congratulations on taking this brave decision. And now coming to the feedback. So you started your speech nicely with giving a background to us, like where you were born or and where you completed your schooling. And you told us about your hobbies, your favorite sport, which is cricket, and how you enjoyed playing it in open ground. So I think everyone, most of us here would resonate with this, and must be already enjoying the IPL also going now. And then you went on and explained us how you like what thought process you went through while deciding to pursue your career in the IT, and you decided to work as an IT professional. And then from this part of the speech, you transitioned to like finding stability in your life and going for marriage, and like how you wanted to settle down, and etc. And then going ahead, like before, just I found one thing is like when you uh, before you ended your speech, one improvement point I can say is that like there can be some conclusion point or some conclusion paragraph, we can say, like where you can mention that like where you are now, or like what that you are proud of, maybe your journey or some kind of hardships which you went through while reaching here. And one more thing, just like maybe you can mention some interesting incident in your life in between before you conclude. So you went with your introduction, your background, how you like went on to like getting married, and again further. But some maybe what you can try is like including some incident in your life which everyone can resonate or find it interesting. So, and in the ending, if possible, you can end with a quote or conclude in a more better way. Like, so all in all, a great speech. Like we all, like now we all know you. So that was the purpose of the icebreaker. And you also got the first experience of talking for 4 to 6 minutes at length on the stage. And other improvement point, maybe from next time you can try to like walk around more on this stage. Like that will also help you in reducing your nervousness a bit, as well as it will also make it interesting for the audience. So surely, I mean, you can try it in your next speech, which will be your L1 P2. So thank you. All in all, a great speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, and it was indeed a great evaluation. If I were to add a couple of points for your evaluation, one thing that I would suggest is when you start giving the evaluation, you should give the evaluation in the CRC mode, comment, recommend, and comment. Now, when you do that CRC mode, you need to explicitly call it out so that the speaker also gets to understand how they need to organize and structure their speech. So that's the feedback for the evaluator. For the speaker, since this was the first icebreaker speech, you added all the points for your introduction, what you like, what you dislike, what are the milestones of your life's journey, right? Which is interesting. And you added your stories as well to start with. So it was indeed a great start, I would say, for your Toastmasters journey. And keep up the good work. We will be looking forward for a lot of other speeches from your side. So thank you for that. And I hope everybody stood up to celebrate his first speech. So I hope everybody did that on the
Yes,
room.
correct. Yeah,
Perfect.
that was done, correct. Yes.
Perfect. All right. Let's move ahead. Since we had just one prepared speech, now we'll start with the tag role details. It is important to get your message across in the allowed specific time. And for the meeting to run according to the schedule, I would call upon our timer, Toastmaster Raviraj, will now report on how we have done with the time. You may give your report, Toastmaster Raviraj.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Tariq. Now, as I've said, everybody has qualified, and also Toastmaster Prashant has also qualified in his evaluation. So kudos to every one of you. Now is the time. Now is the time that I will tell that which speaker has taken how many minutes to complete his or her speech. So listen it with patience. Okay. So Toastmaster Sahil, kudos for your icebreaker. You have qualified with the timing of 5 minutes 20 seconds. Okay. Yeah. In table topic speeches, Toastmaster Aditya took 2 minutes 8 seconds. Toastmaster Tariq took 2 minutes 9 seconds. Guest Sarvesh took 1 minute 47 seconds. Toastmaster Yugmala took 1 minute 57 seconds. Toastmaster Mitesh took 1 minute 11 seconds. And Toastmaster Saiprasad took 1 minute 25 seconds. All of them are qualified. In evaluation, Toastmaster Prashant took 2 minutes 52 seconds. And yes, he is qualified too. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Tariq.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. I would now call upon our grammarian, who has been tracking our use of the word of the day and listening for good uses of language as well as points for improvement. Grammarian, you can give your report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tariq. Okay, so I would like to start with first the good usage of the language. Um, okay, so the good vocabulary that was used in today's meeting is some words like fulfillment by Toastmaster Yugmala, or appropriately, exploration, conscious, caution by Toastmaster Saiprasad. So these are some good vocabulary that was used in today's meeting. Some incorrect usages in today's meeting were some sentences like "we were family of four." So it can be "we are family of four," and then there is the like "I started to thinking." So it can be "I started thinking." And I'm a very introverted person, so it can be "I'm an introvert person." So these were some incorrect usages. About the word count, so it was today in today's meeting, the word of the day was used in an appropriate manner. So okay. So Toastmaster Tushar used in his speech word of the day once, and then guest Sarvesh has also used word of the day in his table topic speech. Toastmaster Yugmala has also used it once. Toastmaster Aitya has also used it once, and Toastmaster Tariq has also used it once. So in total, 5 times it was used in today's meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Tariq.
Thank you for the detailed report, and I hope everybody understood the importance of using word of the day, using the correct grammar that will elevate your speech and your conversation. Moving ahead, the next is the R counter. So the R counter tracks the use of verbal pauses, those R's, that came out of our mouths while we think of for the next thing to say, and that actually detracts audience from the message. So I would call upon Toastmaster Aditya for giving the report. Over to you, Toastmaster Aditya.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Tariq. And Toastmaster, just give me a moment. I'll be sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible. Can anyone confirm?
Yes, it is.
All right. So it was Toastmaster Saiprasad's first meeting as a TMoD, and he has done pretty well, I would say. Just 3 times usage of crutch words, 1 filler phrase, and 2 filler words, and no extremely long pauses. Coming over to Toastmaster Prashant, who was the presiding officer, and his overall conduct during the today's meeting. He used 3 crutch sounds and 3 filler words. Coming on to the prepared speech, Toastmaster Tushar gave his icebreaker speech. Kudos to you on that. And very well done. Just 3 usages of crutch sounds and 1 filler word and no extremely long pauses. And evaluation of that speech, which was done by Toastmaster Prashant. Toastmaster Prashant used 4 crutch words and 1 filler word. Coming on to the table topics, Toastmaster Aditya, that is me, I used a couple of crutch sounds and 1 filler word. Toastmaster Tariq used 2 crutch sounds and 2 filler phrases in his speech. Our guest Sarvesh used 2 crutch sounds and 1 extremely long pause. I think Sarvesh used around 2 to 3 pauses in his speech at the start, but one of them was a bit longer than expected. Toastmaster Yugmala did well in terms of using the crutch sounds. She just used it once and she used 2 filler words. Toastmaster Mitesh used 3 crutch sounds and 2 filler words. Toastmaster Sai Prasad in his ice, table topic speech used 3 crutch sounds and 1 filler word. Coming on to the grammarian and timer roles, Toastmaster Mitesh used 3 crutch sound while giving his grammarian evaluation and 1 filler word. And Toastmaster Raviraj, while giving his timer report, used 2 crutch sounds. So I hope it was a comprehensive report from my end, and I will also share it on the WhatsApp group for reference, and I hope everyone does well in the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya, for the detailed report. And it is very important for everyone to understand where you are using the crutch sounds and where there is a need for the improvement. Now, I will start with the general evaluation for this particular meeting. And I have a few comments on the meeting as a whole. Timer, please monitor my time, which would be 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. So the time would start now. Did we start on time? Are we still on time? Yes, we did start on time. Since this is a hybrid meeting, I would say 5 to 10 minutes of delay is expected. Though we would like to start bang 11 a.m. in the morning. We started at 11:08, so 8 minutes. I understand there were glitches, technical glitches that happened since this is a hybrid meeting, so all acceptable. But then we should make it a point to start latest by 11:05. So there is really slightly room for improvement, but overall we started on time. The sergeant at arm has actually started the meeting with a high energy. So the energy in the room was excellent. Meet and greet before the meeting, I'm sure that would have happened in the premises on the campus. So that was well. The visitor of the club and the guest for the club, right, have been introduced well, and also kind of given in a brief introduction how the meeting should be going and how the meeting would be, etc. So that was great. We started with the Toastmaster of the day. We started with the theme of nostalgic and where you have been born and brought up and your life story, right, etc. So that was excellent. That is actually form the tone of the meeting, which is very important. Any meeting that we have, first 15 minutes is to set the right tone, right energy that helps the meeting to be successful time and again. So that was an excellent start, I would say, Toastmaster of the day. And it never appeared to me that you are taking the TMoD role for the first time in your Toastmasters journey. So that was excellent, and I think you should keep on practicing this. As you know, you will improve a lot on this. Moving ahead, so we had a prepared speech, which was the icebreaker speech, and I'm sure everybody enjoyed the icebreaker speech. When we have an icebreaker speech, we actually get to know a person well, and that's one of the idea for the icebreaker speech. When we started with the evaluation of the icebreaker speech, I'm sure everybody has enjoyed the evaluation, and I added few of my bits for giving the feedback to the evaluator as well as the speaker. So that's my role. That went well. On the all of the tag team role players, right? The timer job is excellent that he has put up across all the timing for the prepared speaker, evaluator, to table topic speaker, and everyone. So that was good. Our counter, again, fantastic job by Toastmaster Aditya. It is very difficult. So when you take our counter role, which I have taken multiple times, you will be able to find out how much you can focus on the meeting. And since this is a hybrid meeting, you need to focus each and every line of the meeting because that's the role that you are playing, which is tedious, by the way, but excellent job. The grammarian role, again, excellent job there. You emphasized whoever has used the word of the day, whoever has used the correct grammar, incorrect grammar, and the better usage of the grammar. If I were to add one thing, if you can give an example that you should be using this particular word in a particular sentence, that would actually elevate your evaluation and that will actually give you the feedback as well that, okay, if I am the speaker and if you want me to use a word in a certain way, and if you give me an example, it will register in my mind, right? That you are now giving an example that this particular word should be used in a certain way. Right, and so on and so forth for each and every point that you made. Even if you are taking 30 seconds longer, that should be okay because this is for the improvement for each and every one of us, and that's the reason we are meeting every Sunday. But overall, excellent job, I would say. Moving ahead with my other feedback. So, Toastmaster of the day, when you give chance for anyone to come on the podium and speak, for a particular topic or give their opinions, suggestions, thoughts, you should announce the time. Say, for an example, if you're calling somebody on the stage, tell them that, okay, you have 1 minute to share your thought. Right? So that will keep people time bound. I don't see the second point is I don't see the billboard of Toastmasters International on the campus. So I think that is something that we need to work on. We should be having the billboard of Toastmaster International. Yeah, and overall, I think we did a fantastic job. One thing that I probably have said multiple times, and I will do today as well, that we should be having the listener section as well, right? And we'll be announcing listener of the day. How do we do that? I have already shared the thought, but in this particular meeting, if everybody's okay, I'll take permission of presiding officer and Toastmaster of the day. I'll throw upon 2 questions at the end of my evaluation, which will be used for the listener of the day for this particular meeting to set the context, right? Because charity begins at home. So if I'm there to suggest that we should be having listener of the day, I should be coming up with the question on the listener of the day as well, right? So if everybody's okay, I can go ahead with that. But overall, fantastic meeting. We should continue the momentum with this meeting. And over to you, Toastmaster Prashant.
Yeah, Tariq, I think we are quite early today. So if we want, we can go
Okay,
ahead
perfect.
with the listener. Yeah.
Okay. So
Listener
how the listener of the day works, okay? Let me give you an example. I'll be asking 2 or maybe 3 questions which has happened throughout this meeting, and it could be the word or it could be the location for any of the Toastmaster which who have spoken during the meeting. There will be fastest finger first. So if anybody is raising their hand online or if anybody is picking up the mic offline as well and would be able to answer the question, will be scoring 1 point, right? And then I'll be asking the second question. So the second first one to answer will scoring 1 point. If there is a tiebreaker, right, for answer to both the, the person who is answering both the question is different, there will be a tiebreaker. That will be the third question. Whoever is answering that first will be the listener of the day. I hope everybody understood.
Yes. Okay, Tariq.
Okay,
And
fine.
Tariq, so people will volunteer, like who want to answer the question, or you will have.
That's open for all. Anybody can volunteer. Just raise your hand online or raise your hand offline, right? And then fastest finger first.
So in offline mode, anyone can raise their hand and I can call them up on stage.
Okay.
About
So
the
we'll start with the first question. Where is the origin location or origin city of Toastmaster Prashant?
Yeah, so the question is, what is the origin city of Toastmaster Prashant? That is me.
Okay, Aditya has raised his hand. Toastmaster Aditya.
Ash has also raised his hand.
Okay, go ahead, Aditya.
Okay. It's in Gujarat. I think
Okay,
you
city.
mentioned Baroda.
No.
No.
Okay, you are out. Next.
So Mitesh can answer. Try.
It is Mahua, Gujarat.
Okay, that's right.
Is it
Okay,
right?
Hitesh
Yeah.
one. Okay,
Yeah.
next question. Next question. The person who has given the icebreaker speech today, where did he do his engineering from? The college name. Okay, Toastmaster Aditya.
Aditya, okay. We can give him a try.
As you mentioned, whole his academic life went in Borivali only. It was
Name.
in St. Francis.
Okay, St. Francis Institute of Technology.
Yes.
Okay, you're right. So Toastmaster Aditya won, and we have who do we have offline?
Mitesh, earlier we had
Toastmaster
Mitesh.
Mitesh. Okay, 1 and 1. Now there will be a tiebreaker question, and you both only need to answer. Right. So whoever comes first, they need to answer. Okay.
Okay.
So in my speech, I spoke about Malai Gola. So what is the full name of that particular vendor?
Only Mitesh and Aditya can answer.
Yes. Okay,
I
Mitesh.
think
Okay, go ahead, Aditya. Okay, who raised the hand, Prashant?
Anyone else has raised his hand?
No,
Yeah,
it should be
Tushar,
Aditya and
Tushar.
yeah.
Okay. So only 2 of them can answer,
Yes,
right? No one
yes.
else.
Yes.
What name?
Sorry, I cannot answer that because it was a little unclear to me. So I think Toastmaster Aditya can answer it.
Okay, Aditya, go ahead.
Because obviously virtual.
I am also not sure, but just taking a wild guess. I think it was Pooja
Okay, yeah, that's
Regola.
correct. Okay, so listener of the day is Toastmaster Aditya. Kudos to you. All right. That's the end of my general evaluation, and that's the end of my listener of the day thing as well. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah. Over to you, Saiprasad, for the closing remarks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant and Toastmaster Tariq, for that wonderful evaluation. So, dear Toastmasters, as we draw close to the end of today's gathering, let us take a moment to reflect on the profound journey that we embarked on today. As we have heard these wonderful stories and experiences that were shared, it is clear that while it is crucial to look forward to where we are going, it is equally important to understand where we come from. And this awareness helps us to see the bigger picture. Remember that there are generations that come before us and many that will follow. Our narratives are interwoven with those of our ancestors and will be a part of the legacy that we pass on to the future generations. Culture, as we have seen and heard today, is an ever-evolving mosaic, not fixed in time, but continuously shaped by each voice and each life that adds to its richness. Today, as we celebrate our native narratives, we also celebrated diversity, which is the core foundation of our beautiful nation, the very essence of our existence. Diversity is not just about acknowledging differences, but about embracing them, learning from them, and finding common threads that bind us in unity. So, as we conclude, let us carry forward this spirit of understanding and appreciation for every story that makes us who we are. Let us continue to build on this legacy. For in this mosaic of memories, each piece is crucial. Each piece is cherished, and each piece helps to paint a fuller, more beautiful picture of our shared human experience. Thank you, everyone, for a truly enlightening session. I would now like to call upon today's presiding officer, Toastmaster Prashant, for closing remarks.
Thank you, Sai, for driving us through
Sorry,
nostalgic session.
Toastmaster Prashant, do you have the voting for best table topic speaker?
Voting, you're saying? Polls, yeah, Tariq. So
Yes.
today, actually, yeah, we will be having the polls after our session, because we don't have basically the poll links are on my mobile, and mobile is being used as a camera currently.
Oh,
Toastmaster Prashant, I am able to, since I am the co-host, I am able to see the polls in the Zoom meeting. So we can do it, I think. Everyone can vote.
offline.
But
like-
everyone, the offline members haven't joined, right?
Or yeah, let me okay. So let me just ask Sarvesh for his feedback, and then we can I can try to launch the polls from my laptop. Then I mean I have it, but yeah, for table topics I think still we may have to do after the meeting, but other two polls we can surely launch. So yeah, okay. Okay, so I would like to invite our guest Sarvesh to give us the feedback about today's session.
So it was a very wonderful session, and I think everyone have gone into the nostalgic experiences of the childhood and their villages or the native places due to the theme of the topic. So it was a very enriching session today, thinking about my native place and even talking to everyone else and listening to everyone's native experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarvesh. So now we will try to launch the polls for best of big three and the best tag role player. So I have now launched the polls of best tag role player in our WhatsApp group, and I'm posting it in the Zoom chat also. And now I have posted for best of big three. So please vote for both of these polls, and for table topics, we will launch it just after this meeting. Okay, so I think people have completed their voting, at least for the best tag role player, and also for best of big three. So you will be directly seeing the results here instead of me announcing it. So it will be already visible to everyone. So the award for the best tag role player goes to Toastmaster Aditya. Yeah, and the winner for the best of big three is our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Saiprasad. Okay. So polls for the table topics will be launched after the meeting, and I would like to mark closure for this meeting, and thank you everyone for participating so actively to make up for the small number of people joining today. And congratulations to the first time role players and speakers, Saiprasad and Tushar. And thank you everyone for active participation. And one just wanted to remind you about registering for eloquence competition once again. So for eloquence now, 30th April is the last date for registering. So I had posted the link on the WhatsApp chat and in previous to previous meeting, I had tried to show some demo of it. So it is at Silvassa, and it's a 3 days plan of like 24, 25, and 26th May. And the last day for registration is 30th April. So just 2 days remaining now. So please register. And yeah, happy Sunday to everyone and enjoy both the IPL matches. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.